Jim Rohn was one of those rare teachers who could take the most complex ideas of success and break them down into simple truths anyone could follow. He believed that life is not complicated. Success has rules, failure also has rules. If you follow the right formula, results are guaranteed. One of his most famous lines is, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." Success is not some big achievement that happens all at once. It is the result of small, consistent actions repeated daily. If you improve your habits, you improve your life. Jim often said that every person lives between two choices, discipline or regret. If you choose discipline, you face a little discomfort today. If you avoid discipline, you will face regret tomorrow, and regret is always more painful than discipline. He also said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." Life will never get easier. Problems will never disappear. But if you become stronger, smarter, and more capable, then every challenge becomes manageable. Instead of asking life to shrink, you expand yourself. One of his deepest lessons was about responsibility. He used to say, "You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. You cannot control the economy, the weather, or politics, but you can control your attitude, your actions, your daily decisions. And that is what determines your destiny." Jim also placed great importance on self-education. He said, "Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune." School can prepare you for a job, but the real wealth of life, the extraordinary success, comes from what you learn by yourself. Reading books, studying great thinkers, learning from mentors, reflecting on your experiences, these are the things that separate ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. For Jim, goals were non-negotiable. He believed that without goals, you are like a kite in the wind, moving whichever way the breeze blows. But with clear goals, you create your own wind. He encouraged people to write down their goals, short-term, long-term, big or small, because writing them makes your mind take them seriously. He said that goals turn wishes into plans and plans into reality. One of his most powerful philosophies was, success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract. You don't chase success. You become the kind of person that success is naturally drawn to. By improving your skills, your mindset, your value, you raise your level and opportunities start finding you. He also taught about the power of environment. Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people around you shape your thinking, your behavior, and eventually your results." If you surround yourself with disciplined, positive, and ambitious people, you will naturally rise to their level. But if you spend your time with negative or lazy people, you will also sink to that standard. That's why he urged everyone to carefully choose their associations. He explained that we all live in the same marketplace. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. Yet some people achieve extraordinary results while others remain average. The difference, he said, is philosophy. The way you think, the beliefs you hold, the choices you make. If your philosophy is weak, your results will be weak. But if you improve your philosophy, everything else improves. Your decisions, your actions, your outcomes. Jim had another powerful statement. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Your job is important, but you are more important. If you spend all your energy only working at your job, you will make a living. But if you invest energy into improving yourself, your knowledge, your character, your skills, you can create an extraordinary life. Changing your job may give you a little progress, but changing yourself transforms everything. He also loved to talk about the seasons of life. Jim said life is like a farmer's year. There is winter, there is spring, there is summer, and there is harvest. Every season has its role. Winter represents the hard times. But winter does not last forever. Spring always comes, and with it comes opportunity. Summer demands discipline, because that's when you must protect what you planted. And autumn, the harvest, is when you reap the rewards. Life, like farming, is predictable. If you sow nothing, you reap nothing. If you plant wisely and take care, you will enjoy abundance. What made Jim Rohn different from many other speakers was his ability to make these truths sound simple but unforgettable. His lessons were not hidden behind big words or complex theories. They were universal truths, spoken with clarity and wisdom. Discipline, responsibility, goals, self-education, the right environment. These were the pillars he repeated again and again. And they still apply today, just as powerfully as when he first spoke them. He wanted people to understand that success is not a secret. It's not luck. It's a daily practice. And anyone, no matter where they start, can achieve it by following the right principles. Even today, when you listen to his talks, it feels like he is speaking directly to you. His calm voice, his simple words, his clear ideas, they still strike the heart. And that is why millions continue to be inspired by him. Jim Rohn was not just a speaker. He was a teacher, a philosopher, and most importantly, an example. He proved with his own life that anyone can rise, no matter their background, if they are willing to take responsibility, build discipline, and keep learning. And maybe that is why his words remain timeless, because he did not just teach success. He gave us a formula for living, a formula that is simple, practical, and available to everyone.